welcome back to my channel. My name is Kendra. Hi, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Today I'm going to be doing a what college students actually need for back to school video. I find that a lot of the videos I've been finding on YouTube or that I found when I was starting college as a freshman, that there's just a lot of extra fluff that people throw in that you honestly don't need at all. I bought all the things, I made like a giant checklist. I did my first year in a dorm, and while I was almost happy to have the experience just so I could say, yeah, I did the whole college thing, now I am a junior and I'm almost done. Fingers crossed if we don't have a major change tomorrow. I'm almost done, and I think I've pretty much figured out what I really do and don't need in school supplies. The first thing that I think you really need, especially if you're taking multiple classes and you're trying to stay organized and stay on top of those classes, is 3-ring binders. So you can find these anywhere from the Dollar Tree to Target to Walmart. I actually went to Marshall's. Yeah, I went to Marshall's and was just browsing around their stationery and found these really cute ones. And I am taking 4 classes, but 2 of them are online. So this year I decided that I really only needed 2 because the other 2 classes aren't going to require me like having a bunch of paperwork and notes and things like that. And that's why I also justified the price tag. I would not usually spend $4.99 per notebook, but if I'm only taking 2 classes in person, I thought why not, get something cool that I would get excited to use, because stationery does give you that kind of heart flutter. At least I get that heart flutter and I get really excited about new stationery, and it helps me to want to learn a little bit more. So yeah, I got 2 of those, and I think 3-ring binders are step 1 to separate your classes out, get yourself organized. The next thing is paper, and this can go basically depending on how you like to work. Are you a binder person where you like to have little notebooks that you write things down? Some people like legal pads, some people like little notepads. It just depends on what you like. So basically I use loose leaf paper for my note taking. I know a lot of people use the different binders, like they like the 5-section binders, the 3-section binders, but I just find that loose leaf paper is a lot easier for me, at least, because I can section out my notes, and if I want to add things later, I can, interchange pages that best fits what my mind is thinking, because I'm very all over the place when taking notes, and for me this was just the best one. Also, you don't have to worry about running out of a notebook and starting another one. You can just keep adding paper, and I do recommend the enforced paper if you are going to do this, so that you don't have to worry about it getting ripped out and using those weird little circles. Those are honestly the 2 fundamental things: paper and notebooks to keep your paper, depending on what type of paper you like. Another fundamental, because that's all we're doing is fundamentals once you're in college. So next I'm going to jump into writing utensils. You have your paper, you have your 3-ring binders, but what are you writing with? I prefer ball tip pens. Some people are really particular about their pens. I just kind of like Bic. I've always used Bic. I like smooth, but I don't like it when it's too liquidy. So I guess I'm particular as well, but I don't know enough about pens to be like, oh yeah, these are like the best ones. But I have been buying the Bic Atlantis. They're not like the cheapest, they're not the most expensive, they're like a mid-range pen that you can find anywhere. I got these at Target. I got all black because I hate blue pens. That's one thing I don't like. Blue pens are no-go for me. So I got all black, but then I also got colored pens. These are really, really nice if you are, again, a note taker and you like color coordinating your notes, or maybe by different section you want to use a different color so that when you look at it and you can color code to your note little sticky tabs, it gets crazy. We all know it gets crazy. So yeah, colored pens are an essential, I think. That's probably the most outlandish thing that's gonna be in this haul. It's like, oh yeah, you could use some colored pens to get creative with your note taking. Pretty basic. I have just kind of things that I keep. These things are even extra. I'm that kid that brings these. Scissors, and I have like a little mini stapler, because especially in college, they don't have them in the classroom. Sometimes at my university, there are like little stations for staplers and all this stuff. But if I have my own, I don't have to worry about it, and people will be your friend because they're like, oh, can I borrow your stapler? And you're like, can I borrow your notes? You don't need it. Forget I mentioned it. And I was keeping all of that in this little pencil case. Again, we're past the basics. You don't need a pencil case, and you don't need scissors and a mini stapler. This is all fluff. But again, I got this at Marshall's. I believe it was like $4.99. I thought it was super cute. It's a little bit bigger of a pencil pouch. That's why I kind of liked it, because it fits you know, the scissors and all the other one. I don't really like the tubes, and this one's thick enough that I don't think it's gonna break tomorrow. This would also be a good one to keep, like, got some like feminine products you want to throw in there. That'd be great. Oh, it has an extra zipper too. I would definitely use that for like feminine products if your backpack is lacking in zipper storage like mine is. So yeah, that is the pencil pouch I picked up at Marshall's. I would highly recommend going to Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, places like that to pick up stationery. You never know what you're gonna find, but sometimes you find like really cute gems. Going further into fluff, I'm gonna show you guys my backpack in a second, but we're just divulging in the fluff. This is my planner. So this is a stupid expensive one from Anthropologie. You can get them literally from anywhere. I'm pretty sure my freshman year at university, they give one to us in our like welcome package. You could use anything. You could honestly just use a lined notebook and you can date it and do it all yourself. Again, pretty things help me study. I'm somebody that gets like on the wagon at the beginning and then falls off about 2 weeks in and never opens another book and skirts by the skin of my chinny chin. But this is beautiful. And this one's actually a 2018, it was like a 17-18 one, so I'm at the last end of it. I'm gonna have to get a new one come December when this one runs out. It has the month-to-month and also has weekly, and weekly is what I've been using, especially since I'm back in school. I'm trying to find a good spread for you. This is like first week of school, not a ton. But what I like to do, especially syllabus week, I like to get all my syllabi. I like to get all my syllabi out and go through and jot down like my exams and my midterms and stuff like that into the pages. So I have stuff like in here until December now, so that even if I forget about it, as I'm like flipping through, going through the weeks, I flip to that week and I'm like, shoot, there's something that day. So I find this really helpful, and I also have my work schedule in here. I do use my iPhone calendar for a lot of things, but if I'm, again, at the beginning of the school year and really trying to be extra, get your planner out. I would say that is a necessity, but that particular one, that expensive bullshit, is not necessary. So I'm going to show you my backpack, and then we have a few bonus items that are electronic. This is my backpack. It is, again, you need a backpack, probably. Any type of backpack. You could even be one of those drawstring bag kind of people, but this is my backpack. I actually got this from Macy's during the sale. They had like they called it a VIP sale, but I had never bought anything from Macy's in my life until purchasing this bag. Yeah, it's actually from Steve Madden, but it has like no really gross, large branding. So I really like it. The only branding to be seen is kind of on this hardware, like really, you can't see it. That's why I like it. And it's just kind of this faux leather, I think it's faux leather, floral pattern. It only has this one big pouch, but that's okay. And it has a big zip in the back here. And it also has like these, has these like weird pouches here that I guess people put things in, but I don't. Maybe I put snacks there. Nice granola bar holder. But yeah, in this pocket back here, the inside has cool print. And this actually fits, as I found out today, both of these binders, this planner, my pencil pouch, and my laptop, which is in this situation right now. And I just have like a MacBook. So it fits quite a bit in this thing, and it's not too thick. I'm not one of those kids that's like, you know those Everest backpacks, the really big black ones where they feel like you're hiking? I'm not one of those kids. If you are, you probably study hard, you probably get good grades. I'm just not that kid. I like something cute. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be cycling through this one, and when I get really tired of struggle zipping, I'm going to probably switch over to a little tote, something like this. It's pretty large, it'll fit all of the same things, probably a lot easier, and put that little nice indent into your shoulder. So if you're trying to be cute, not functional, these might work for you. And the last few things I want to show you are definitely fluff. They're on the washi tape side of things, they're fluff. This first one is these headphones. I have a bigger head than that. They are like this wireless Bluetooth headphone that everyone is raging about. But what I like about them is that they're not Beats, so they weren't $1 million. I also got these at Marshall's. Really, really cute. They're kind of that matte color. They have a little gold accent. You know, they look very sleek, but as soon as you've touched them, you realize they are not worth diddly squat. It's one that I wouldn't mind chucking in my bag with the rest of my stuff, and like, you don't have to worry about getting tangled up in cords, which I often do, and then you're like juggling things, you drop your phone, it shatters, you have to go to the Apple store, you spend $300. Your mom's really mad because like you just broke your phone like 2 weeks ago, and this is like the third iPhone 7. You don't have to worry about cords, and this was my first pair of Bluetooth, and I didn't want to like dive into Bluetooth headphones with something super expensive and ended up really hating them. Sound quality, decent, not an expert. And the next thing that is extra, but I think is something that's worth purchasing if you are like a creative person, if you do anything like photography or film or anything where you don't want all of that cluttering up your laptop when you're in class, I find an external hard drive to be beautiful. I just got this one off of Amazon. It was the most aesthetic one I had ever seen. I really like it because I'm really bad at like organizing my folders and stuff on my laptop. You know, you're like clicking away in class, your little MacBook, and then someone's like, oh, can you share that file with me? And you're like, oh yeah, give me 1 sec. And you're going through your documents trying to drag something over to the Dropbox, and like you have a YouTube video in the corner and someone's like, oh my god, what's that? No, I don't want my day-to-day life clutter to get mixed up with my lucrative personal clutter that is YouTube and the rest of my photography and other life things. So that's why I like to really keep them separate, and having an external hard drive makes that easy because it's not plugged in with me day to day. Like I usually keep it on my desk. So it's I'm gonna run around and be like, oh shoot. And looking around, just like make sure that is it. And if you guys can tell, this is a lot smaller of a pile of school supplies than anybody else is telling you to buy. And even this, let me take out the unnecessary things. You don't need all the things that they tell you that you need. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was informative or helpful at all. Basically, long story short, you don't need much. Some paper, some notebooks, some pens, a backpack. That's all. There's some extras that make things a little fun, a little interesting, but honest to God, they are not necessary. And I really hope that your first week back, or if you've already been back, I hope your first semester back has been aces and that you're not super stressed out yet. And just remember your end goal. We are all in this to try and get a degree and better ourselves, hopefully form a great, like, prosperous life for ourselves and our families. So with that said, I wish you luck. I believe in you guys, and I hope you have a great semester. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.